welcome back to the channel. My name is Debbie. If you haven't subscribed to this channel, please ensure you do so and turn on your notification bell for updates each time I upload a new video. Here is my pattern. I'll be dropping some links in the description box. Okay, you need to watch those videos before you get to this point. And as you can see, I folded my fabric. I placed the center front of my front piece on the folded side of the fabric, you can see, and I am cutting it right now, adding my seam allowance. I didn't bother to add seam allowance on the hemline because I think the length is more than enough. Okay, so, and I don't intend to fold in. The only allowance I intend to fold in is about at most half an inch. So it depends on the allowance you want, but I feel that the allowance mustn't be too much. Okay, this fabric is actually not the right fabric for this design because this fabric is actually light. Okay, right now I am noting the width of my dart and the fullness on the hemline as well. These are going to be my checkpoints, and this should be very, very important because it actually defines this design on the front part. Okay, and on the other side as well, I am noting the width of my dart and also the width of the fullness I have on the hem line. Okay, so using a lighter fabric is a bit difficult. In fact, I really struggled trying to achieve the folds that I intend to achieve. Now this is my back pattern. I placed, of course, my center bag on the folded parts, even though the folded edge or part is not going to be folded at the end of the day. Of course, you understand what I mean. And I'm adding seam allowance of half an inch and by the side and on the waistline, just the way I did on the front piece. Okay, so I am cutting it right now. Now I'm done cutting. The next thing is to transfer all the necessary information about my darts on my pattern onto the fabric. This is very important for me, and the reason why this is very important is because I'm going to be stitching the darts, unlike the fronts that won't be stitched. So, and this dart actually defines the back, so it has to be considered as well. All right, so I am transferring my dart onto my fabric. All right, now this is where the stress is. This is where the workload is. I'm done cutting, and as you can see, the piece, there are two fabric pieces on each of the side of the front piece, and this piece is to balance the darts. I told you in my last video that I actually did not fold my dart the right way, so this piece is just to help me make up for this shortage, okay, that I could be experiencing on the hemline. Okay, so, and that's why, so I'm going to be folding in the dart and the necessary things on the waistline before trimming the excess out. Okay, so now I'm going to be trimming as I go on. All right, I am folding in my dart, and this is the wrong side actually, so I'm folding towards the side so that I can have the dart towards the center front. So whatever you do on the wrong side is going to be replicated in an opposite way, okay, on the other side. I hope that makes sense. Okay, so this is what I'm doing. I'm trying to fold in my dart. Please, if you want to use a pin to really get this dart folded and pinned, you need to use the thumb pins, you know, that those pins with colors, okay, because those pins are very, very tiny, unlike the one I'm using right now. So so far so good. I'm done with the dart on the waistline, and I'm about to fold in the fullness on the hemline. This is really, really stressful actually, because my fabric is so light, and of course for this kind of design it needs a thicker fabric. I tried getting a heavier crepe, but I could not, so I had to just, you know, buy the one I saw. So this is actually very, very stressful. I really struggled before I could achieve the folds. And remember that you will need lots of ironing. Yes, you have to press and press and press, because on the front part you don't need to stitch anything. Yes, you don't need to stitch anything. So everything is all about pressing and steaming. Very, very important, so that you can get the folds permanently on the front piece. Very important. So whatever you see me doing here is just trying to balance my dart, just trying to fold in, just to ensure that everything is well placed, well folded and all of that. So now I'm ironing. You need, you know, to iron, steam, and so you can see the steamed parts, you know. So but this on the other side, I'm not yet done with it. So this is the outcome of it. Can you see the folds? It really gave me a lot of stress before I could get to this point, but at least I am happy that I was able to, you know, achieve this. And you can see the down part, you can see the fullness on the down part, and you can see the pleat as well. So like I said, you don't need to stitch anything on the front part, and on the top you can add any design on the top, anything on the top. So, and of course I'm good to go. Then going to the back, you can see the dart has been stitched and it's really defining the back. You can see my mannequin is really bigger than what I have, but at least thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.